All right, we're going to call this meeting to order. We have 3 meetings today. The first is the General Employee Defined Benefit Pension Board meeting. If we finish before 9 o'clock, we will take a brief interlude and then go to the regularly scheduled Town Council meeting. And then immediately following the Town Council meeting, we will be having a shade meeting authorized by statute to review cybersecurity issues. I believe Councilman Elwater was instrumental in bringing us up to date on that important issue. So that's what's on the plate for today. I understand Councilman Altieri will be here. He's just running a little late due to a personal appointment. So with that, we are going to do the invocation, the Pledge of Allegiance, and roll call at this meeting. Subsequent meetings, we won't have to do the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance again. So if we will rise, and Vice Mayor Carroll, if you can do the invocation, please.
We're thankful for this town and its residents. We're grateful for all who work for the betterment of our community and all who serve on its behalf. Let those who work here and those who serve here be ever mindful of the town's vision and mission statement. Grant this council the wisdom to govern amid the conflicting interests and issues of our times, the ability to work together in harmony even when there is honest disagreement, a sense of the welfare and true needs of our people, personal peace in our lives, and joy in our task. Amen.
Amen. If you'll join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, thank you. Can we have the roll call, please?
Mayor Foley?
Here.
Vice Mayor Carroll?
Here.
Councilmember Elwater?
Here.
Councilmember Smith? Here. Let the record show all members are present with the exception of Councilmember Altieri.
And we have a quorum. All right, item 2, if we can have a motion to approve the minutes of the February 23, 2023 General Employee Defined Benefit Pension Board.
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, unanimous. Item 3 is the actuarial valuation approval. Do you want to speak to that, Heather? Okay.
Good morning. You have received a copy of the 9/30/2023 or the 10/1/2023 actuarial evaluation. You've also received a copy of the 9/30/2023 GASB 68 report alongside pension disclosures that are required under Chapter 2013-100. You're sitting as the Board of Trustees of the pension plan. Similar to how we have a public safety, we also have a general employee. This plan is 6 members, 4 of which are retired and 2 who are active. This is a closed plan, means nobody else can enter the plan. At this point, the plan is 93.6% funded at a 5.9% funding rate that we have used for the last 10 years. It is fully expected to be funded in 5 years. That's why we use a 5-year amortization plan for our unfunded liability. At this point, I'm open to any questions you might have regarding the pension plan.
Mr. Mayor, may I make a comment? Sure. If you go to page 4, which is Heather's memo on the General Employee Defined Benefit Plan, Pension Actuarial, she correctly pointed out a 5.9% investment, future investment rate that the fund is 93.68% funded. I'm not going to make a motion to change that funding, that investment projection. I'd rather be conservative than not. But realistically, with the rise in interest rates, which has occurred with the Federal Reserve essentially taking their overnight benchmark rate from close to 0 to above 5%, that 5.9% is probably on the low side. If you look down at the bottom of that page where that little table says 1% decrease, it shows a 6.5% investment, future reinvestment rate. I calculated the funding ratio based on that number, and we're at 102.6%. That's probably, as I say, more realistic, given that you can buy a corporate bond in the 10-year part of the maturity spectrum at a yield substantially over 5%. So I just want to point out that we're probably in better shape than what the 5.9% indicates. And that's all I have to say.
All right, thank you.
No comment.
No comment? No comment. All right, we're, since we have a few minutes, we have some experts on our council in addition to Heather, and so I'm going to ask if there would be a fairly sophomore question coming from a lawyer, not a financial expert. So, and it has to do with the asset allocation. You see we have 70% equity, 20% fixed income, 10% for real estate. That's been, in fact, that's in the allocation throughout at least all the time I've been on here. So, is that standard in the industry, or are there any, are there any indications that maybe the asset allocation should be rethought given changing economic conditions?
I know the standards are the 60-40 or the 70-30, and that's usually the typical standards. When you're going more conservative, you usually go with the 60-40 plan. We wanted to be more, at the time when we selected the 70-30, we were trying to be a little bit more aggressive with investment earnings. So I don't know, Bob is much more of an expert on this than I am. And so Sam.
Ladies and gentlemen, bear with me, because in the real world, we didn't have the sunshine law. I could just call it Bob, or call it Sam, or call it Barry Alice, and we could talk about it, but the only opportunity I'm allowed to legally get the expertise of the folks here on council is in an open meeting like this. So thank you for your indulgence. So, Bob?
Well, go ahead,
Sam?
Sam.
Yep.
Mr. Mayor, that's a good question. Given the fact that this truly is a long-term, we have a long-term investment time horizon here, and we can withstand the volatility associated with the gyrations that typically take place in the equity market. I think that being 70% invested in equities is appropriate. My guess is that until a few years ago, this ratio was 70-30, 30% devoted to fixed income, and someone made the decision to take half of that or a third of that and put it in real estate. And my guess is that the expected return from real estate when we did that was meaningfully higher than that which we would expect to receive from fixed income. As Councilman Alwater just pointed out, rates have gone up rather dramatically since then. And so I think that 70-20-10 is a good balance, and I would not be inclined to make any adjustments to it.
Great, thank you. Very helpful. All right, anything else on this?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, item 4, the approval of the declaration of returns letter.
Excuse me. I need approval of the GASB 68 plan and the disclosures required underneath Chapter 2. If you look on page 3, I'm sorry.
Okay, so we approved the actuarial. Now you need the approval of,
The GASB 68 report.
okay. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. And do you need an approval of another?
I would need an approval of the pension disclosures required underneath Chapter 2013-100.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you so much. Now we can move on to the item 4, approval of the declaration of returns letter. Are there any questions or need for comment on that? There being none, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Item 5, is there public comment? Anybody burning to talk about actuarial valuations? No? All right. There being no public comment, we can adjourn this meeting, and then we will be moving immediately into the town council meeting. All right? 1 second.